about your late great friend, Mr. Richard Pryor?
Well, what can I not tell you about Richard? Richard was, he was, he was all out. He never held anything back. He, as a comedian, told the truth, and that's what a lot of these fucking comedians nowadays don't want to do. They don't want to do. They don't want to tell the fucking truth. You know, Hollywood has got them fucked up. I mean, you gotta get hip to the game. I mean, and then all of these fucking, you know, actors trying to be fucking comedians. It's just sad. I mean, you know, Richard was homegrown comedian. He didn't give a fuck about nobody. And see, that's the thing about being a good comedian. I mean, you told me not to come out here and curse. And the first thing a good comedian would do is come out and fucking curse and say shit, fuck, whatever. But you know, my friend was real. I mean, he didn't bullshit anybody. He loved his white women. Didn't have any problem with telling you that. And he loved his life, and that was my friend. That was Richard.
What would you say to those people who feel like maybe your jokes or Mr. Pryor's jokes are too over the top or too racist? What would you say to those people?
Well, the thing is that that's what life is about. It's about experiences. It's about race. I mean, and if you don't want to talk about race, go live on the moon. you get experience. You experience different cultures and different backgrounds every fucking day. And if you don't want to do that, then go live on the motherfucking moon.
Your friend, the late great Mr. Richard Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he set? And I'm not just talking about black comedians. I'm talking about white comedians. I'm talking about Asian comedians. Do you think he set the precedence?
They all want to be like Richard. They all want to tell the truth like Richard. But guess what? Hollywood, you can't. Sometimes you can't. You're shooting yourself in the foot with your career. I don't give a shit. And that's how I've been able to be, the longevity of my career, you know, is based upon me not giving a fuck. And that's what happened with Richard. He didn't give a fuck. That's why he was the best. You know, he was a genius. I'm a genius, and that's.
You're a self-proclaimed genius.
Well, no. I mean, the thing is that when you make good comedy. You know, I've done, you know, everything from, the Richard Pryor show, Sanford and Son, in Living Color. My track record speaks for itself. I don't have to prove shit to no motherfucking body. My track record speaks for itself. And thing is that, you know, Homie the Clown, genius. You know.
I'll agree with you. Yeah.
Very genius. You know, and and if anyone says anything different, they live on the fucking moon. Let's put it like that.
I think earlier we were talking, and you before the interview, you said that you feel that a lot of young comedians are not funny. They're trying to fake fun.
Well, they're actors. You know, they're actors. Some white person somewhere is writing a fucking, a joke for them right now, and. The thing is that that's the thing. You have to put the work in. You have to have an innate quality to be able to say, guess what? This is bullshit. Let me write this fucking joke, and it's funny. And it's funny. And guess what? God makes you funny. You can't make yourself funny. You know, Don Rickles, funny. Richard Pryor, funny. I mean, the thing is that if he was, flipping burgers at fucking McDonald's, he would be a funny flipping them motherfucking burgers. Let's just be real. That's it. God's gonna make you funny.
Would you care to share about anyone you think is not currently funny?
Now, it's a bunch of guess what? Listen, you don't have enough time on this interview for me because I will run it from A to fucking Z. We don't have enough. Next question. You don't have enough time for that.
Maybe share just a personal story that maybe the public doesn't know about between you and Richard, or a fun time you guys had together, or anything of that sort?
Well, we always had a lot of time, in the with the writing process on his show, and even though we only had 5 episodes of the Richard Pryor show, he wasn't gonna let anybody tell him, or let fucking Hollywood or NBC or who motherfucking body tell him what to do. And I think that's that's the best advice that an actor or a comedian in Hollywood today should take a page from. He didn't bullshit anybody, and he wasn't gonna take your shit. So we could have made a lot of money. We could have done a lot more funny stuff, but when you're trying to stifle a creative genius like Richard, it's a bomb about to explode. It's a powder cake. So I think that's probably some of the experiences that were just those are jewels for me, is just being in the creative process with him, driving down the street and seeing something funny and putting it into a sketch and it just being genius. I think those are the things that I cherish and that I miss about my friend.